The Crimson Claw Part 1. Gotham City has a new hero. Chapter 8. Into the chemicals, the smoke, cleared in seconds, swept away by December wind. Jack Napier and Lieutenant Eckhart were already running, weaving between abandoned vendor carts toward the industrial district that bordered Robinson Park. Behind me, police sirens wailed closer. Commissioner Gordon's voice carried across the plaza, commanding his officers to secure the perimeter and tend to civilians. I should have stayed, should have given a statement, coordinated with the authorities like a proper hero. But Jack Napier had just tried to assassinate Max Schreck in front of hundreds of witnesses, with a corrupt cop as his accomplice. If he escaped into Gotham's underbelly, we might never find him again. My legs were moving before the decision fully formed. Renee, wait! Bruce's voice held that warning tone I'd learned to recognize. Let Gordon handle this. You've done enough. Napier just attempted murder, and he's running with a dirty cop, I said, keeping my voice low as I sprinted after them. If I can bring them in, give Gordon a gift-wrapped case. That's not your job. You're a vigilante, not a what? Not capable. I vaulted over a fallen banner, my new armor flexing perfectly with the movement. I've got this. Bruce's sigh crackled through the earpiece, but he didn't argue further. The building they entered is the old Axis chemical storage plant, condemned since 2008, structurally unsound, and there could be residual toxins. Noted, the plant loomed ahead, a corpse of Gotham's industrial past. Broken windows gaped like missing teeth. Rust bled down concrete walls. A chain-link fence surrounded the property, but someone had cut a gap wide enough to slip through. Recent cuts, the metal still bright. I paused at the entrance, listening. Inside, footsteps echoed on metal catwalks, accompanied by harsh breathing and muttered curses. Eckhart's voice. This wasn't the plan, Jack. You said chaos and escape, not a damn execution attempt. Plans change. Napier's voice was lighter, almost amused. Schreck needed to understand that betrayal has consequences. Besides, where's your sense of fun? Fun? You've made us both targets. You were always a target, Lieutenant. You just didn't know it yet. Something cold in those words made my skin prickle. I'd heard that tone before, in Freddy Krueger's voice when he played with his victims. The sound of someone who'd stopped seeing other people as real. I slipped through the gap, staying low and quiet. The main floor was a maze of enormous vats and serpentine piping. Emergency lighting cast everything in sickly yellow. My boots found purchase on concrete slick with moisture and chemicals that made my eyes water. Above, the catwalk creaked. I tracked the sound, mapping their position. They were heading deeper into the facility, toward what looked like the main processing area. Enormous tanks rose 3 stories high, connected by a lattice of walkways and ladders. They're cornering themselves, Bruce observed. That section only has one exit. Maybe Napier knows something we don't, I whispered, starting to climb. The ladder metal was freezing against my gloves, each rung testing my grip. Hidden escape route. Possible. Dick and I never fully mapped this facility. I reached the first catwalk level, paused to listen again. Silence now. Too much silence. The hair on my neck rose as instinct screamed warning. Come out, little red bird. Napier's voice sang from somewhere above me. I saw you following. Did you really think you were being subtle? I froze, scanning the shadows. Movement flickered at the edge of my vision. I spun, claws raised. Eckhart stepped from behind a support pillar, his service weapon pointed at my chest. Don't move. Hands where I can see them. You're a police officer, I said, keeping my voice steady despite my hammering heart. You took an oath. I took an oath to survive in this city. Sweat beaded his scarred face despite the cold. And surviving means knowing which side pays better. Now, the mask. Take it off. So you can identify me? Pass. His finger moved toward the trigger. I won't ask again. Renee, your speed. Bruce urged in my ear. You can close the distance before he fires. Maybe, or maybe I'd take a bullet. The dream angels stirred inside me, offering power, offering certainty. I pushed them down. Not unless I had no other choice. The lieutenant makes a fair point. Napier called, his voice echoing from multiple directions. The acoustics in here made pinpointing him impossible. We really should know who's been making our lives difficult. Though I have to say, the costume is inspired. Very festive. Where are you? Eckhart snapped, not taking his eyes off me. Get down here and help me with this. Help? Oh, I don't think so. Napier's voice was directly above now. See, here's the thing about arrangements, Lieutenant. They're only good until they're not. The gunshot was deafening in the enclosed space. Eckhart's eyes went wide. His weapon clattered from nerveless fingers as he stumbled, looking down at the red bloom spreading across his chest. He turned, trying to see his shooter, but his legs folded. I caught him without thinking, easing him down to the catwalk. Stay with me. I'll get help. Shot me, he gasped. Jack shot. Guilty. Napier dropped from the catwalk above, landing in a crouch that spoke of training. His pistol dangled loose in his hand, smoke still curling from the barrel. Loose ends, you understand. Can't have witnesses to tonight's failed business venture. I stood slowly, putting myself between him and Eckhart. Police are right outside. Are they? Then I suppose we should make this quick. His smile never wavered as he raised the gun. Last chance, bird. Fly away. Not happening. Pity. He fired. I moved, dream angel speed surging through me. The bullet passed through empty air, where I'd been. I closed the gap between us in 2 strides, my clawed hand striking for his wrist. He was faster than expected, twisting away, bringing the gun around for another shot. We grappled, spinning on the narrow catwalk. His strength surprised me, enhanced somehow, or just pure adrenaline-fueled mania. The gun went off again, the shot wild, and then the catwalk railing, rusted and weakened by decades of neglect, gave way beneath our combined weight. We fell together into the darkness below.